What's up? I know you're probably wondering where I've been at for a while, but we're gonna talk about that right now. So, of course, you see I'm a little different. You know, I don't got my long hair no more. And you're probably wondering where I've been at for pretty much close to a year, you could kind of say, or reaching to that certain point. Well, one thing's for sure, that this right here is one of the accidents. But to bring this story a little bit better, I gotta go from the beginning. So, a lot of y'all that don't know, the reason why I started doing comedy videos was I went through a bad breakup close to, well, 6 years ago, you could say, when I was 18. I'm 24 now, by the way. And the relationship I was in, it was very horrible. Very, very horrible. But at the end of the day, things happen for a reason. I mean, I got cheated on at the end of the day. And I was depressed. I was depressed because of how shit ended off. I honestly thought I had the right one for me, but I clearly was wrong. And, you know, it was tough to get that image out of me. I mean, I did everything I can to remove it as much. But time heals. That's all you can do, is time will heal. And after I got myself a job, started making money, my life started to get a little bit better. But as I was working, I wanted to do something that will make me happy outside of work, which is doing comedy videos. And I've watched a lot of famous actors, especially my favorite actor is Adam Sandler, without a doubt. And plus, I took inspiration from that and added on with the heartbreak, and I decided to do comedy. And all those times of me starting, at first it was really hard because nobody really gave a fuck about where I was or who I was. Especially people that I knew personally that didn't like my shit. And it's okay, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to please everybody. You know, whoever watches my stuff and is happy with anything that they love watching, I'm happy with that. The more and more that you do what you need to do, strangers will show you more love, more than your own peoples, regardless if it's music or entertainment or anything like that. So, you know, I've been doing it for a while. Then I started to become more popular as I grew over the time. Of course, I got so many amount of reposts from different, you know, pages, and, you know, I did everything I can. You know, things were working pretty good after a while, and, you know, I was enjoying myself. But can't always enjoy it the way that you want to all the time. You know, in that course of time, you know, I wasn't really happy. I wasn't happy just doing content, because my mental health was slowly, you know, going down a deep road that it should never been at. And I was low-key falling off. Actually, no, not even low-key. I was falling off. And I can admit that. Some people don't admit that they've fallen off for certain things. But, you know, I admit that I was falling off. And at that same time frame when I was, which was 2018, that I can remember, I had a death in my family, which was my grandfather from my mother's side. You know? And I kid you not, it was the worst thing I ever went through, because that was somebody that raised me. If y'all didn't know, that was somebody that raised me. And I took motivation to keep grinding for that particular person, because that person mattered to me in my life. It mattered to me a lot. And a lot of y'all don't understand that, you know, when you lose a loved one, you ain't never gonna see them again. They're always gonna be with you in spirit, but they'll never physically here after they passed. And even when I did motivation, even when I got the motivation to keep doing what I was doing, I was still falling off. You know, I wasn't getting the love that I was when I started coming up. And at the end of the day, man, you know, life is gonna hit you with a lot of fucking unexpected stuff. It really is. It's gonna hit you with a lot of unexpected stuff, bro. And I tried to, you know, do as much as I can, but every time that I kept posting, it wasn't getting anywhere. You know, I was falling off. Like, I was at a point in my time where I just, like, I was lost. I didn't know what to do. And I was unhappy. Because I put a lot of time and energy into what I love doing, and it just wasn't working for me. And it sucks because, you know, I put a lot of time in my craft to perfect it as much as I can. And, you know, it wasn't doing nothing at all. And it was tough. It was very tough to just do what you love doing. You know, and before the pandemic came around, which was 2020, I was on the verge of giving up. I wanted to give up doing videos forever. And, you know, because stuff wasn't working where it used to be. And the amount of times that I just said, yo, I'm going to keep doing it, I just was losing the motivation here and there. I was losing it, and then I was getting depressed, you know, because I feel like my craft is just running out. But when the pandemic was around, I was a little creative with some certain stuff because I switched up my content, and it got revived again. Like all the time and energy that I put into the videos when the pandemic was around, it made me more creative. And I decided to do myself, because before the pandemic was around, I only did a certain amount of collabs. Now I don't really be doing that stuff. I don't do collabs no more. You know, if it's not from people that I'm cool with, because before the whole COVID shit happened, you know, I had fallen off with friendships that was fake. Even before I started doing comedy, I've had fallen offs with a lot of people, and that was hell. It was very hell. But that's a part of life. You're not going to have everybody in your circle no matter what. No matter what is it that they do, or no matter who is it, it don't matter. You're gonna have you're gonna have that. You're gonna have that no matter what. And, you know, it made me realize a lot. You know, you have only but yourself and your family. You have only yourself and your family. That's it. You know, you don't have anybody that's going to help you. You have to do this on your own path. And I did what I did. I was creative when the pandemic was around, because nobody was gonna, because everybody got tired of hearing the same news about the same shit. You know, everybody got tired of that shit. Nobody wants to hear the same thing every day, and there's no good changes. Everything was bad. And even when I was creative, my mental health was even getting worse. You know? And I'm gonna admit this. I put y'all first before my health. I put y'all first. Everybody if you're watching this, I put y'all first. Then I put myself first. You know? And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. You know? I was more worried to see y'all happy than seeing myself happy. That's what I was doing for y'all. I cared about y'all happiness rather than I cared about my own happiness. And I wasn't happy at all. You know? I was having setbacks even when the pandemic was around too. You know? Because this shit messed up my health a lot. You know? And it ain't easy. It's not easy, bro. It's not easy. Then, last year of July, I ended up tearing my ACL, which is the ligament in your knee. It gives you mobility. I tore that apart from doing something very idiotic, and it was hell. You know, just even talking about it, just, you know, I just don't really like talking about it like I used to. I am now, but you know, I tore my ACL. You know, went to the hospital the next day and told me, I took an x-ray, told me that nothing was dislocated, and they referred me to get an MRI. I got an MRI done, and I waited about a week, and then what happens next, I go to the doctor and they tell me you have a torn ACL, and he gave it to me straight and said, if you want this to be fixed, you need surgery. And you know, because if I don't get my ACL fixed, I cannot play sports, I cannot walk and run the way I want to. So I said, when can we do surgery? So he gave me the details. I was originally supposed to have surgery in September, but then he calls me the week before that he had to push it back. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, push it to October. October 19th was my surgery. I woke up from the crack of dawn to get to the hospital at 6 in the fucking morning. My surgery was at 7:30. Do you know what it's like to be in an operation room when you're sedated, you can't feel your leg, and getting a big hose of anesthesia inside your system to knock you out for 5 hours straight? That shit was not easy, bro. That shit was not easy. It was not easy at all. I woke up after the surgery was done, because the surgery was 2 hours. I was knocked out for 5 hours. I woke up with nothing but a big cast on my leg. You know? And all those days, and I just wanted to, you know, I mean, I honestly understand that, you know, things happen for a reason. But, you know, just being in that hospital room, I just couldn't see myself doing that. But I had to do what I needed to do to fix my health. And first 2 weeks was fucking hell. You know, do you know what it's like to not walk at all? No matter of fact, do you know what it's like to have nobody but your family? I was depressed as hell. I only had my family. Everybody that I thought that was gonna be there for me decided to make my life hell, and decided to fucking not be there for me. And I learned that. I learned that a lot. Nobody's gonna give a shit about you at all. Why reach out to them if they're not gonna reach back to you? Why search for them if they're not gonna do the same for you? You know? I went through hell and back. I was very depressed. I was very depressed. You know, it ain't easy, because I never went through something like this until it happened, until I got the surgery. I couldn't walk for a month and close to 2 months. I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk. Like right now, it's not better, but it's better than what I used to be at, the stage that I was at. And you know, it was tough. Then you know, the year 2022, which is the year we're in right now, 3rd day of January, my grandfather from my father's side passed. That was even worse. We went through a lot of stuff at the time. We had to mourn. Like, do you know what it's like to keep losing family members more and more and more? Because I know your grandparents are not gonna be there forever. You gotta cherish them every day. But it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. You know, and I was more depressed. You know, I was very depressed. I wasn't myself at all. I lost every motivation that I had. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do nothing at all. I mourned for a while. You know, it didn't hit me till like later on, but you know, it sucks because I went through too much shit in a matter of 3.5 months after my surgery. You know, there was times that I wanted to just end it, saying, why am I still here? There's nothing going for me. There's nothing going for me at all. I was at that point. I was really at that point, bro. I was really at that point, and it sucked because I just wanted to have I just couldn't be happy. I couldn't be happy at all. You know, I was not happy with anything at all. I was depressed. I couldn't handle none of that. I didn't have nobody to speak to. I didn't have nobody besides my family. I didn't have nobody else outside of that. You know? Till to this day, I don't even speak to nobody at all. I be to myself. I don't bother nobody. I stay out of people's way, and I do what I need to do. I've been doing that since I had my surgery. I've been doing that. Every day, it just gets me. It gets to me. You know? I gotta walk with this shit for the rest of my life. I gotta walk with that for the rest of my life. You know? Like, I've changed differently. You know? My body's different now. You know? My creative drive is not really there when I want it to be. You know, the motivation that I wanted to, you know, keep making content is not there. It's not there at all. You know, and it hurts because, you know, I don't have the creative drive like I did. And of course, you see me differently. I don't have my long hair. You know, I have waves and stuff. You know, I mean, it's still a process. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, but you know, I went through hell, bro. And I'm just trying every day. That's where I've been at. I've been low-key, doing what I need to do. I've been off of social media to work on my health and to stay happy. But I still can't even do that. Still can't do that at all. And it's been tough, you know? I always wanted people to understand that, you know, I'm a human like you. I don't live $1 million life. I don't act retarded or any way. I don't act a certain way that gives off bad energy. I'm just a chill dude that just needs to do what he needs to do. You know, I stay out of people's way. Stay out of my way. I don't bother you. You don't bother me. I've been like that, and it made me realize a lot. People that I thought was gonna be there for me made shit even worse. Made my life hell. Made my life hell and was never there for me. And that's why I stick to myself. In this life that you're living, bro, it don't matter what sense. It don't matter who you're friends with. If they're not gonna be there for you when you're at your lowest, that tells you a lot. And I act the way I am today because I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care. I don't care who's there for me. I don't care who talks to me. I don't give a shit. You know, I don't care. You know? The only time they're gonna fucking care is when I'm dead. That's the only fucking time. It's the only time anybody else that I've spoken to, that I used to speak to, gonna matter when I'm fucking dead. When I'm 6 feet under. That's when they're gonna start caring. They ain't give a shit about me if I was alive, but they wanna give a shit if I'm dead. It's a harsh reality. It's a hard truth, but you have to learn from it. You know? I put up with a lot of bullshit, and I'm tired. I'm tired of a lot of shit. That's where I've been at. I've been low-key, trying to live a better life. I'm still not even happy. I'm not happy with myself at all. I put y'all happiness than my own happiness. I put y'all first because y'all matter to me the most. Y'all matter to me, and I put y'all first. I made y'all a priority to keep making y'all happy, to keep making you happy. Because I cared for your happiness. I didn't care for mine. I cared for your happiness because I wanted to see y'all happy. I didn't even see myself happy. I didn't put myself first. I didn't put myself first at all. I put y'all first. You know? A lot of bad friendships that I had, man, it's a wrap, bro. Now, if you're wondering if I'm gonna do content again, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe in the long run, I don't know, bro. You know, for right now, I'm chilling, trying to be happy. It's like I can't. You know, I want y'all to understand, man, that you gotta put yourself first when you're at your lowest, bro. You gotta put yourself first. You know, people that you think that your brothers or your friends and this and that, they ain't gonna be there for you. People change every day. I learned that shit the hard way. I learned the hard way. As you get older, you're gonna start realizing a lot of shit. You're gonna start realizing a lot of shit, bro. That's what I did, bro. I suffered for a while, bro. I suffered a lot. I'm tired of it. You know? Tired of a lot of shit that has happened to me over the years, bro. So for now, I'm at peace of what I'm doing. For myself, for my health, for my cause. And hoping that it'll be better to what it used to be. And if you've been here to watch this video long, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that has shown love to me over the years. But now it's time for just me to continue what I have to do to make myself happy, to put myself first. I care for your happiness more than I care for mine. I looked for people to talk to when they never looked for me, when they never looked my direction. And it happens. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. All I can do is just sit back and do what I need to do. And that includes getting this knee better. You know? It is what it is, man. It's a harsh reality that you have to learn. But it's alright. Things may be better for the good or the worse, but only God knows, bro. I hope y'all that has watched this video understand that you need to put yourself first before anything. Because nobody's going to give a shit about you. Soon, maybe one day, if I feel comfortable coming back, then yeah. But for now, I'm here. Just recuperating day in and day out. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Y'all have a blessed day or night, whatever y'all at. And always remember, man, you know, you matter. You matter first. You, yourself, fam, anybody that you feel comfortable in your life, they matter. You know, I put up with a lot of bullshit, bro. And I'm not posting it, and I didn't make this video for a pity party either, if that's what you think. Because I don't want nobody to pity me. You know? Things happen. But, you know, it is what it is. You know? And yeah. I will see y'all soon, and hopefully we'll be tuned in, I guess, and see what happens next. Appreciate y'all, and y'all stay safe, and y'all stay happy, and thank you for all the times that y'all supported me. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe, man.